Good morning, everyone. This is Ayushi, and we are going to continue our English class for class 7th. Before starting today's class, just discuss the yesterday's homework that I have given you. In that, you have to identify the nouns. First sentence, hard work never goes waste. Hard work, that is abstract noun, waste, common. Second, there is no shortcut to success. Shortcut, abstract, success, one more abstract. The police have caught the criminal. Police, a lot of people are there. That's why collective, criminal, common. The committee has prepared the petition. Committee, collective, petition, common. Emperor Vikramaditya was a great patron of the arts. Emperor Vikramaditya, proper, patron, common, arts, common. The cattle are grazing in the field. Cattle means animals, collective noun. Cattle, collective, field, common. She sent me a bouquet of flowers. Bouquet, collective, flowers, common. Hyderabad is the capital of newly formed state of Telangana. Hyderabad, proper, state, common, Telangana, proper. And the last one is faith can create miracles. Faith, abstract. So I hope you have done your work carefully. Now, till now we have done the definition of noun, all the naming words, proper noun, specific name of a person, place or anything, common, general category, countable, those we can count, uncountable, those we cannot count, concrete, we can touch and see, abstract, we can only feel, we cannot touch and see, and the last one is collective, means a group of something, but we have different words for the different nouns. Now, today's first topic is material noun. As the name itself is telling the definition of material noun, that material noun refers to materials or substances used to make things. What does it mean? Like, this is a substance, an ingredient or a material that we can touch and see, and it is used to make other things as well. Like you can see examples, gold, water, iron, rice, etc. So many are there. Even you can say that these nouns are names of material out of which things are made. But you have to keep this thing in your mind that this is a noun which can be measured or weighted but cannot be counted. Like these examples, these things cannot be counted but are measured. Also, we can make jewelry out of gold and pots out of iron. So like this, what does it mean? That material nouns are names of material out of which things are made. Fine. But still you have to keep some facts in your mind. The very first one, that material nouns are considered singular. We use singular verbs, is, has with them. Is, has or more than that, so many are there. Like gold has become expensive over the past couple of years. Gold is a material noun. With this gold, we have to use has. Second, rice I bought from Uncle Raja is looking fresh. Here is, we are not using is just for this Raja. We have to use is for this rice. So, with rice, we have to use singular verb. Here we have used is. Water is the basic need of life. As you can see, water, material noun. So, is, you have to use, means singular verb. The verbs in the above sentence you can see, with all the material noun we have used singular forms. Fine. The very first one you have to use singular verbs with the material noun. Second, we do not use any articles. Articles a and the with them. Like you cannot say the water is colorless. You cannot say a water is colorless and water is colorless. These all three sentences are wrong. Simply you have to say water is colorless. Fine. So second point is we do not use any articles with material noun. First one, you have to use singular verb. Second, we cannot use articles. Third is you can use quantifiers with material nouns. Quantifiers, like what kind of words these are? Some. I want to drink some milk. Milk is a material noun. So before that we have used some. Please give me a lot of salt to put in the meal. So a lot, that is quantifiers, a lot of. With that we have used salt. Salt is a material noun. Just give me a few drops of dose. Dose, a man-made material. With this we have used a few. Okay, so these are the quantifiers: some, a lot of, few. So we can use these kind of words with the material noun. Fourth one is, the first we have read, you have to use singular verb. Second, you cannot use articles, but instead you can use quantifiers. The fourth one is, you do not use s or es with material nouns. Means you cannot make the plurals. Here, plastic, plastics, honey, honeys. It's completely wrong. We cannot make the plurals of these material noun. The last one is, a number such as 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are not used to quantify a material noun. As in the beginning only I have said that material noun is a noun which can be measured or weighted but cannot be counted. If you are going to use these kind of words 1, 2, 3 and 4, it means you are counting them. But you know very well material nouns we cannot count. So how will you use? You cannot use words like 4 votes, 1 rice, 2 sugars. Simply, instead you have to use 4 planks of word like 1 plate of rice. So that 1 plate of rice, in that you cannot count how many pieces are there of rice. Simply you have to use I want 1 plate of rice and 2 cubes of sugar. Means we can measure but we cannot count. Fine. The very first one we have done, you have to use singular verbs. Second, you cannot use article. Third one, you can use quantifiers. Next one, you cannot use plural forms of these material noun. And the last one is, you cannot use words, number words we can say. Fine. Now students, after understanding this complete material noun, this is your classwork of material noun. First of all, you have to write down the definition, then this exercise. Here, underline the material nouns in these sentences. Gold is a good conductor of heat. Here gold is here, you have to underline. Jute is one of the cheapest natural fibers. Jute. If you are understanding this thing, just make sure with gold we have used singular. Jute singular. Plastic singular. Rubber singular. Means we have used singular forms, singular verbs. Okay. Next, the child is sailing a boat made of paper. See, paper is a material. By using this paper, what we have made a boat. Okay. So this one is material. Plastic is not good for the environment. Plastic is your material noun. Rubber is a bad conductor of electricity. Rubber is your material noun. Some people think that food tastes better when cooked in utensils made of clay. Clay is your material noun, and by using clay, what we can make utensils. So I hope you all have understood what do you mean by material noun. Now just come to the next noun, the last one we can say, that is compound noun. What do you mean by compound noun? Compound nouns are nouns that are formed by combining 2 or more words, by joining 2 or more words. And it's not mandatory that we are doing noun only, so we can join only noun. We can join different words, like here, noun plus noun you can join. Tooth is a noun, brush is a noun, and they both have different meaning. But when we are joining both of them, we are getting a different word, that is toothbrush. That is a compound noun. Means we have joined these 2 words, then we have made a different word, that is toothbrush. The next one is adjective plus noun. Adjective. Adjective means, what are the adjectives? They qualify noun or pronoun. So here green is an adjective and house is a noun. They both have a different word. They both have a different meaning, but when we are joining them, then we are getting a different meaning. Greenhouse. Noun, verb. Here, noun, cut, verb. When we are joining them, we are getting again a different word, that is haircut. Last one is verb plus adverb. Take off. Take is your verb and adverb, that is your off. When we are joining them, we are getting a different word, that is take off. Take off means like the rising of an aircraft or rocket into flight. Take the example, the flight was smooth but the takeoff was a little rough. Now how to write these compound nouns? Like only these, like you can see here, in these three nouns we have joined completely. In this we have used hyphen. So how to write? The very first one, whether we can join single word. We can join together. Firewood, bedroom, pancake. Okay. Whether we can write or we can write the second form, hyphenated word. Hyphenated word, it means this dash, check in between you can see this dash, dry cleaning dash. This dash, when we are writing this, when we are making this sign, what do we call it? Hyphen. So these words are called hyphenated word. Check in, dry cleaning, jack in the box. Fine, these are called hyphenated words because in between we have used hyphen. The last one is we can use even with the space. Here bus stop, we cannot use it, we cannot write them together. Bus stop, separately we have written. Water bottle, post office. Fine, but they all will come in the category of compound noun. Some rules, how to use them. Simply we can, as it's a noun, so we can make the plurals of these words. Fine. So we have different rules for this thing. First one is by adding s to the main verb. Here you can see mothers-in-law. Mother, the word is mother-in-law. Fine. Mother-in-law, among these three words we have to choose what is the main noun. Main noun is what? Mother. So with this mother we have put s and then we have made the plural of mother-in-law, that will be mothers-in-law. Second is editors-in-chief. Editors, in these, among these three words, editor is a main word. So with this we have used s and then we have made the plural, that is editors-in-chief. Now the next one, sometime it's very much clear that where we have to put s. And here by adding s to the end word, like assistant directors, simply directors is the main. Here water, so water is uncountable, you know very well, so with this we cannot use s. Water bottles, because bottles we can count, so water bottles. Yes, by making both nouns plural, like men servants. Here you can see men, M-E-N. This is a plural form of man, M-A-N. Same, servant is singular but the plural form is servants. But here we have made both of them plural, like men servants. So by this also we can make the plural form. By adding s or es to the end of the word, then there is no obvious principal noun. When we don't know that which one is a principal or main noun, then we can put at the end of s. Forget-me-nots, that is a plant in which blue color flowers come. That is forget-me-nots, as one of the plant name, that is touch-me-not also, like that only. Forget-me-nots is a plant. So the plural form, how will we make? Forget-me-nots. Toothbrush, we have made toothbrushes. Understood? This was the compound noun. It means compound nouns are nouns that are formed by combining two or more words. So students, the next classwork, first classwork I have given you of material noun, definition and one exercise, same as the second classwork, today's classwork only. You have to write down the definition of compound noun and then you have to write the plural forms of the following compound nouns. Passerby, passers-by. Ladybird, ladybirds. Water tank, water tanks. Printer cartridge, printer cartridges. Washing machine, washing machines. Daughter-in-law, daughters-in-law. Here you have to put hyphen among them, between them. Fine. That was the classwork. Yes. This is your homework. In this you have to do it in the fill-up form. Choose the correct nouns to complete the sentences. They are buying dash furniture या furnitures for their new house. This railway track is used for dash goods या good trains. I have no further information या informations regarding her arrival. He is older than his brother by 2.5 dash years. She lost her bunch of dash keys in the train yesterday. The accident was seen by many passers-by. He has 7 son-in-laws या sons-in-law. The 2 former chiefs of staff या chief of staffs are attending the meeting. Fine. Thank you.